How do you look younger? I'm serious. The last time we talked on Zoom,
Yeah.
and I felt like you were just being pulled in every direction because you were on tour at the time.
Yeah, I was. Um, that's my everyday though. Pulled in every direction.
Yeah.
And just make sure I figure out those directions and get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you prioritize?
Well, as far as work, it's easy. It's just work over everything. So that's but the main priority in life is my kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And providing.
Of course, I've been doing that since.
Do they come with you on tour?
They make some of the dates, especially if I'm somewhere close to the cities they're in, especially and if they ain't got no school going on or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they think?
They've been watching this since day one, so they so used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now that they're getting older and stuff like that, and they got their own choices of music, and you know what I mean. So it's interesting to find out, to hear their opinions now. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So because they're into different music, they're into different styles, and daddy's a bit old school to them.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
They say that.
I think that's a theme for all of us.
Yeah,
Dad
we're
is
not
old
cool.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
We're all
What
old school
about
to
some
our
of the
kids.
new artists that love you? Because that's how I get my son, like some of this, because he skates, and I'm friends with some of the people that are cool skaters. I'm old and way past it, but I know guys that are still cool. So my son's like, whoa, you know Eric Carson? I'm like, yeah, dude, like, of course I do. And then I'm cool again, but I'm personally not cool at all.
Yeah. I get those moments as well, especially when it's an artist that they're totally into. If I may have I may do a feature, a video or something with someone, and I'm gonna get hit up like, Dad, you just did a song with such and such, and I might not even know what the hell they talking about.
He does it where we've had guests where his kids are here, and I'm like, oh, I know what's happening today. Like,
One of
his kids is like, oh, you got so and so coming.
Yeah.
Is it cool if I hang out?
Exactly. What gets you hyped? Like, what gets you hyped recently in skating?
Man, just the simple shit. Just watching a new part.
Newports, yeah.
New part.
Yeah.
New parts, right? Playing this to this day still is I'm calling my man Phil. That's my man who filmed for me. I'm calling Phil like, oh, they skated that spot. You saw that one? And I'm like, especially when I see somebody skate a spot that I came up to and didn't and felt like, okay, yeah, this is this, because a lot of spots we go to, I'm with the team. Yeah. So we come to a lot of spots. That doesn't mean we're not gonna hit, because they can skate it. Yeah. And just because I can't get a good trick on it doesn't mean we're not gonna skate it. Yeah. But it'd be a trick, while the whole time they session, I'm telling myself, I bet you if you try, go for this one time, you probably get close to it. You probably be, and didn't do it. It was just straight sesh doing something else the whole time. Yeah. See us and then see a part, and and see someone do it, and like, oh my God, I told you could have got that, and we got to go back.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
And gone back to the spot.
Yeah, there's a ledge out here
from somebody's video part.
Yeah, especially when I was watching the Warble World. They just dropped one probably a week or two weeks ago. And they have like 2 or 3 females on their team. And man, it was one of the females hit the spot. And I was like, nah, I gotta go back. Come on, man. We gotta go back. I gotta go back. Yeah.
Their stuff's really creative.
It's very creative.
Really good,
I
right?
mean, they do they might stop and do a whole choreography
dance.
dance.
Yeah, that's funny. You've seen their stuff. You probably didn't even know it.
Who?
The Warble crew.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know them.
I mean, like
I'm
I said,
out.
You've seen their stuff. You probably don't know it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What, Man Ramp?
Man Ramp. You seen Man Ramp? Dude dresses up like the construction worker.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
there.
okay. Yeah, I'm back. Good to be here.
He came to my ramp.
Huh?
He came to my, I don't know if you saw it. He came to my ramp.
Yeah.
And did a bunch of stuff on the ramp.
No, I didn't see that.
It was sick.
Nah. Was it in their part?
It was a Thrasher thing.
Okay,
a few years ago, but he set it up he set up a piece of wood as a wall ride, like up on the vert, and then I went up on it, and then he carried me across the channel. Dude, that was one of the scariest re-entries I've ever had.
He's wild.
Yeah, because I had to trust him to keep that thing over the coping.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to really like get in there, but I did it.
I like that. I like their whole little vibe. They just like they don't take it too serious. They're just having fun.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
And for me though, I got hooked when I first got into it. I got hooked on the Dead Wish crew.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
Baker Boys.
Yep.
I was hooked, and so I remember my first time I got to go out there and skate with Beagle, and so he took me behind you guys only. When I say you guys, LA, y'all only ones have this place. I think we don't have this in New Orleans. I think it's something called Fat Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took me behind. There was a little grass gap, and from the back of and so I
He was shooting you.
Yeah. And you know his motivation.
Yeah.
You can just skate straight, and if you don't fall, he's Big go, yeah. So the motivation for him, I don't need that. I am already a go-getter. We not good. Like he'll make me jump off a bridge, basically. But I landed it, and ever since that, they've been calling it the Wheezy Fat Burger Gap. And so shout out to Beagle, man. He's awesome, man. But that whole squad, I mean, before I even met anybody from there, I had tattoos. I had Baker tattoos, Piss Drunk tattoos, all that. Shake John, I think I got it on my face somewhere. I got Shake John on my face somewhere.
You think you got it on your face?
Yeah, I think it's on my face somewhere. Shake John.
He's way ahead of you.
He's way ahead of me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But so when I met those guys, and I already knew everybody, it was like, wow. That I never asked them how they fit, but I guess that was a good feeling for them. I guess they was cool with shit, you know us?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I fucking idolize y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I still talk to Dustin and shit to this day. He's always out the fucking country and stuff, but still talk to Dustin. He might hit me up and tell me send me a crazy message or something. My man Braden, he's still to this day. Braden is, I don't know how to say his last name. He know I don't, forensic, whatever. Braden, he's still to this day got the hardest trick in my park.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah, so no one was watching. Like, everybody's sitting around talking, smoking. He dropped into I have a wall right after. So he went to the top of the wall. No one goes to the top of the wall. He went and fit and like Smith something like to the feeble, the top of the wall, and then came down the wall. And when he came down the wall, he big spent into my bowl.
Into the flat?
I have a grass gap. I have a little small pad, and then you go. There's a grass, and then there's the bowl. He took that over the grass gap. He big spent, and when he got into the bowl, he landed into Manny.
What?
And he manied all the way up on out the bowl, and to flat he kickflipped out the bowl to the kickflip. And that exactly now, like you just saw that cigarette the whole time.
That's video game shit.
Cigarette the whole time.
Wow.
I was like, B. He's like, yeah, it's crazy. I haven't had not even an itch to stop skating. Not even the small, and I'm talking about this could be after I know you guys, this could be after a session that I've been trying to trick for damn near 7 months.
You getting sore out there?
Yeah.
What are your methods to heal? Do you like ice and all that stuff? Are you a stretching guy or?
Well, and you guys, the people close to me, man, I pray.
And wait, before and after?
I pray. I just pray a lot.
The pain away?
No, I don't even pray about no pain. I just pray for a healthy life. And I don't work out. I don't eat healthy. I don't do none of those things. People always say, what's your workout regimen? What's your workout? Or what you a vegan? You only eating?
I mean, if you skate,
you're not eating to excess though.
No, I eat, but I do. I also let them know that I eat a home cooked meal every day probably for the last 15 years.
Right.
I don't even know what fast food tastes like.
Right.
Yeah,
then that's healthy food.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
It helps a lot. But then the first thing they're gonna point to, they be like, I know what it is. That's skating.
Dude, if you skate all the time, that's like you're burning calories hard.
I know.
Doing all those hours.
But I was more wondering about taking slams and being in pain. And
so what I do, for that is definitely I just I do what everyone else would. I ice it. Ice it. Do whatever I gotta do. Stretch
you ever done
the
cold plunge?
Yeah.
You done that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I'm never doing it again.
That was the most honest answer.
I got him one, because we're older, and it's like I don't like it. but I'm old, man, and like I hit the ground. I'm not as good as him. I hit the ground all the time when I skate. So when I get up, sometimes I'm like, if you don't go in there, you're not doing anything today. Like, you won't make it to the car. So I'm like, get in.
I'm glad I ain't at that point.
But it is, yeah, well, you wait, dude. You're not as old as me. It's coming. Yeah, you love skateboarding that much because this is the crossroad where you're like, I hate that thing. I hate that thing. But do you want to skate? Do you like skating? Because if you don't go in there, you're not skating. And I'm like, okay, I'll get in there. Like, people have breath work that they do in there. Mine is, I just cuss for like the first 2 minutes. I feel like my neighbor thinks that every morning I am having like a seizure of sorts.
Quick question: did it take you guys years and stuff to learn a kickflip?
That's a hard question because kickflips weren't invented until I was like 16, right? So I was already deep into skating.
Yeah.
And mostly vert skating. So to try to like channel that skill set into flat was really hard for me. And I remember just in my driveway for days trying kickflips, so I finally got one. But I did it on a freestyle board. You've seen freestyle boards, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Because that's what we equated it to.
Exactly.
It wasn't street skating back then. You know, this is like, I don't know, 84,
you were rare because you were
83.
friends with Rodney Mullen.
Right, I had to learn it,
And
but I was
Rodney
just like...
Mullen invented it.
Yeah.
But when Rodney Mullen did it, it didn't even have a name. It was
Magic
just like,
flip.
he did it,
Called
and
it
we were
magic
like,
flip.
that's just a thing that he can do and no one will
one
ever
else
do.
would do it.
It was
Yeah,
never even,
gotcha.
I didn't even think...
I wish we would have left it at that.
I was with Chase yesterday, though. He said you're almost doing kickflips.
Yeah.
Like, how close?
I'm very close.
You're doing them on banks?
Banks and going up is my best. Is good.
Yeah,
for me.
same.
With the fakie?
Yeah. That's because we're all transition. Well, he and I are transition skaters, but that's how we do it, right? Yeah. That's what we feel.
I was gonna
but
say
you know
that.
what I mean? That's what we all
I'm a
feel
tra-
comfortable getting
Nah.
that lift. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
And you start on quarter pipes.
That's what I was gonna
That's-
add.
yeah.
I was gonna say because I started with the
Yeah.
with the quarter pipe, I learned. I was a vert skater.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So the street shit came later. Remember I told you.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
just talking. I'm learning. Now I know how to do tricks.
Because you had a bowl.
Yeah, and I'm doing tricks on the quarter pipe too, and I was just having a conversation with him one day, and I just said something about the stairs, talking about Alex, and I was like, yeah, I be watching this kid, he be jumping downstairs, and he was like, you want to learn that too, and that's how. So I was already I was already into the vert, so I was already.
So you have
vert.
legs for that, so that's handy.
So when when the guys on my team, first thing they they all said at the same time, they would categorize me as a transition skate. Like they're like, he's straight trained. They're like, you know how to do all the shit. Yeah. Trust me, I might be with Theo. You know what I mean? I might be with Theo this Beasley, and he might see me go up the wall at Paul's spot and be like, bro, I'm not even about to even go there just to turn around.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like he was like,
Right.
so, and when I'm first starting to skate, I'm hearing people tell me that, like I'm at going to parks every day, and you got two different type of skaters there. You got the street skaters, guy just skating the little hubbas, but they doing 1,000 tricks on it. You know what I mean? And then they see me drop in on something about that high. You know? And they like, you just dropped in? You know? And they're like,
wait,
you just rocked the fakie?
Does that mean
you can full cap?
You drop in on vert? Was that how dare I? You drop in on vert? I'm not trying to.
I just told us how I learned. I learned
On
on
a
vert.
vert ramp?
Yeah.
I thought you meant a quarter pipe like.
I learned on a little quarter. Then we got a big one when I got my own park. Spain, Barcelona. That was one of the most amazing things that for someone that that loves skating. That was one of the most amazing. I've never been to a country that looked like it was made.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was.
It's a skate park.
There was a museum we were skating in, and I think they call it the 4 blocks or something like that. And because they got these big 4 stairs, and so but there's a bunch of other stuff there. We were skating it, and here comes the guy, the tour guy on the tour with the he got a crew, got tourists with him, and he's on his mic, and they're he's telling them and stuff, and so I'm like, shit, we about to get kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, they got a whole tour. He stopped. I don't know what he's saying because he's speaking in Spanish or whatever. So, but we had people with us, and they're like, nah, he telling them to hold up. He telling them to wait and let us finish trying.
Nah.
I swear to God. he's telling, and now when he's finished talking, he start walking. The guy who's listening, he's like, now he's telling them that this is a part of our country.
Wow.
And he's telling them, and they're about to walk into the museum and look at whatever's in the museum. He's telling them that this is Barcelona. This is another part of that's why they stopped and waited. And then they walked in. I was like, what?
That is...
At 5 in the morning, I went and skated this spot because I played it on your game.
That's very cool.
I swear, I didn't know it exists for real. It was this spot with a bunch of graffiti. And how I remember it from your part, though, they have this big old, like a big cone. It looks like a big air-conditioned vent, but it goes with the whole scenery.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. And so... that's how I knew. I was like, "This is a spot from there." It was like, "Yeah, this is a famous spot." So we skated in that spot something like 3, 4 in the morning. There was like 5 sets of people out there. It was like there's a group of people that was way in the back. We didn't know what they were doing. They were just chilling. There was another group of people. They was literally practicing salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was literally practicing salsa. They was, you could see it. I had one. They was practicing salsa. There was another group skating. But not by us.
Right.
And then there was they were filming at this time they were filming, I think it was the last big I think it was Dead Wish 4 or something, like whatever it was 4 that they was filming. So one of the homies was there. And he was actually filming. So he was leaving, but he see me pull up. So he was like, "Man, let me get this trick with you right there." So he got a trick with me right there. So I said that to say that there was all those groups out there. Bro, we skated out there for at least 3 hours. I was trying this trick. I was trying to line. I was trying to fakey shove off they had a ledge and 180 off the other ledge. And I probably was there, like I said, for like a good 2.5 hours trying to trick. No one told me nothing. No one bothered me. No one, to where we just thought, figured that they don't know who we are. Mm-hmm. No one bothered me. We didn't even think they was looking at us. When I landed that trick, and we have it on, it's on film. It's on it's on a little part we put out. When I landed that trick, man, every single person out there, the people that I told you was way in the back that we were still kind of skeptical about, and we didn't know what the hell they was doing, but every single person just rushed me.
And celebrated you making your line.
To where my security guy, he was, and he didn't know what happened. Everybody and they hugged me and they they not worrying about that I'm Lil Wayne, because a lot of people in America, they would have been like, can't touch him like that. Yeah, he got security around here. They would picking me up. Because
they love skating and they know you made the line.
I never felt nothing like that. I was like
crazy.
When I say we was out there 3 hours, man, them folks ain't say nothing to us. Nothing. Only one told us something was the homie who was filming for Baker. When he noticed, he was like, "Shit, what you doing way out here in Barcelona?" He was like, shouting like, "I'm coming to skate the spot."
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Exactly. He was like, like, "You really do this?"
Again, you get it even from the skaters,
even the pros. I was like, yes, I really do this. And so he was like, "Man, let me get a trick with you in it." And I was like, "Shit, go ahead, let's get it." And after that, man, when I landed that trick, them folks rushed me. The cha-cha, the salsa people, they rushed me.
Nah.
So where it was so on point, so I thought it was planned. Yeah. And I was like, it's impossible for it to be planned because I didn't know when I was gonna land this trick. So
it's a prank show.
I thought they just already, and I was like, man, and I had to explain to my kid and to everybody else, like, this is skating.
Yeah. Did you ever try to learn how to knee slide?
I think I did that without even trying to learn.
Oh, you just did it?
Just by seeing seeing it. Seeing that that's how to do it, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're messing with vert ramps.
Oh no, I definitely knee slide.
Yeah. At some point, you're gonna want to learn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I only skated one time with pads on. Yeah. Yeah. But I learned everything. Every day, Jay would make me pad up. Oh yeah, the guy that was pushing me and stuff.
Good idea, helmet, man.
Every pad I had.
You lost way longer.
Yeah, I gave Cuddy a couple lessons and got him to wear pads. And
that's what's up.
He did the same thing. He went immediately built a mini ramp.
Yeah, and so like I was saying about Ty, so Ty sends me a clip the next, later on.
Yeah,
he is fully he is in the hospital bed.
What?
And what? With tubes tied up to him. What? And so he like, man, messing with you.
No.
I'm like, boy, did you get shot?
Yeah.
And I'm like, would you messing with who shot you?
Yeah.
He sent me the clip after. I'm thinking he about to really send me a clip of him coming out of club or something. Somebody should. It's a clip of him trying to drop in.
Oh my God.
He drops
It's a drop-in
He
slam?
dropping and ate shit.
Dude, getting tubes for a drop-in is gangster. That's like...
But you know, one of them bad he took one of them drop-ins and the board keep
shot
going.
out,
Boom.
yeah.
Hit his head?
Yeah.
Call that a Mr.
You could
Wilson.
you could see all the people rushing to him to see if he okay. And I was like, man, I'm glad you're okay that you're the one texting me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I'm glad that you're, and it's not
That means
someone.
he's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not someone like, hey, look what happened. And like, he's okay. No, it was him texting me like, man, messing with you.
Oh, wow.
He was like, man, I did not know you skate for real, man. He said, after session with you, seeing what you could, he's like, I said, fuck it, I probably could drop into,
No, that takes time.
That right there has never changed with it.
Right.
So much so to like I said, I've had a whole full skate park on stage.
I just appreciate that you were such an advocate in championing skating and bringing it to a new audience.
Yep.
Truly.
Man,
Like unlocking it.
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
They ask me what's the organic reason. I tell them it never changes. The main reason for me, the most organic reason for me is I remember one day having so much on my mind, dealing with the business, whatever. And I remember totally just going sesh and someone having to remind me of the things that were on my mind when I was finished with that session.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's when
It's like meditation.
Exactly.
Like when I first learned to meditate, I was like, wait, I can get here way quicker.
Yeah, skating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where everything's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you don't, if you got one other thing in your head, you are eating shit.
Thank you. They always ask me, why it's a getaway? It's a release for you? I'm like, nah, it's simple. You can't put your feet on four wheels on some wood and start kicking and start thinking about nothing else but what's in front of you and on the side of you. That's all you can think about. So you do that for 3 hours straight, 4 hours straight, and you forgot what the hell was on your mind.
Yep.
Yeah, or whatever it was on your mind, it doesn't hit the way it hit earlier. So everything you can actually answer questions after that.
Right.
Yeah. So that right there has never changed with it.
Right.
So much so to like I said, I've had a whole full skate park on stage.
It sounds like you're like when you're on tour, you use the skate bit because that's your break.
Yeah.
Like from all the things, the mayhem of being on the road, you're like, I'm gonna go skate.
It's a thing. They book a skate park, and when we on tour, if the place doesn't have a park, but when we on tour, there's a park booked in every city.
Yeah.
If it's a private facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booked in every city.
Yeah.
That's how I met my team. I got the team that got just going to those certain parks in certain cities and running into one or two people that just starting to link with me, don't mind coming on the road, packing their bags and coming on the road with me, and that relationship continued. And again, those guys that gave me the pro model, man, they're beyond friends, man. Yeah, they're beyond friends. They didn't have to do that.
Your face light up like it's better than a gold record.
I mean, what? That's what I said. I was like, I almost was a little scared. I was like, did I make it a little too obvious that I felt way better than any award I ever gotten in music, Grammys, anything? Like, did I make it a little too obvious? It was like, bro, you fell down to the ground. It was like you didn't fall when you got any of your.
I totally get that. I feel like because I'm older and it's been such a long time, but whenever someone reminds me that I've had signature skateboards and signature shoes and stuff like that, like I forget the joy of the first one where the guy's like, so what do you want as a graphic? And I'm like, wait,
graphic for
my graphic for who? Whatever I want. You're gonna put it out, and it's like, yeah, dude, that's why.
But it was a surprise for him, so he didn't get to choose.
I just got that moment. That's why I'm laughing at you. I just got
the
that
same
moment.
thing, dude. With the
so you get to design the next one.
I got my.
You already
we'll
got
talk
it.
about it later. Yeah.
It's like now you're gonna think of that one, and then you're thinking of the next one, and how you're gonna shoot it.
I'm looking at yours now. They awesome. So I'm getting some ideas.
Having that crew, is that the inspiration for the documentary that you're working on?
The documentary, they asked me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy to be feeling like, yeah, I need to get a documentary on myself. This is what
No,
I've
not
been
for
doing.
you. I'm talking about but for the whole project.
Yeah,
the squad, right?
Yeah, they had, yeah. Oh, for the squad, no, I just want to, I got to put those guys out there. These guys work hard. Yeah,
right.
They work hard. And also.
No, I know they're doing one on you because I'm doing an interview for it next week. But I was talking about the one that you're producing.
Exactly. The main thing for them, my main thing for them was, I was like, man, I got tired of everybody looking at them as, these just the guys that skate with Wayne, or these just the guys, or maybe one day we're gonna hear these guys as rappers, or he gonna put these guys out. And I was like, nah, I need them to know that no, I have a skate team, and y'all are the team. Yeah. And I was like, nah, I need to, when I go on Thrasher, when I go on whatever, I need to see y'all. Need to see the squad part and such part from this the rough cut. Like I was like, there's none of that on there for my team. And I was like, I told them that I'm the reason that there's none of that. I was like, I'm the reason why they looking at y'all different. And they looking at y'all as just the guys that skate with Wayne, just the guys that hang with Wayne. So much so as to where they were probably looking at them as, but what team is he with? Yeah. That type of thing. Like, he be with Wayne and stuff, but what skate team is he with? And I was like, so I'm gonna fix that. Yeah. Yeah, and that was what that's about. Right. That's what the squad documentary about, just so they can, here they are. To the world,
give them their spotlight.
Exactly.
Are you helping them with like their parts and stuff?
Oh
yeah. They would know a lot about how they want to present themselves being skateboarders, right?
They skaters. Right. Yeah, they skaters. Yeah.
So how is that when they're like, "This is what I want to use"? Are you cool with it?
What we do what they say.
Right.
Yeah.
So no problem clearing music.
No. You know what I was taught?
That was like the one time where. What about this song? Yeah, I got you.
That right there, when that was told to me, that was a funny thing. You know, when I finally got to meet everybody, people, you know, they was able to sit down like pros and stuff. They was like, man, so just so you know, you do have a little reputation in the skate world before you jumped into it. I was like, what reputation? It's like, everyone knows that Lil Wayne does not, none of your songs are going to get cleared for a part. So we hoping that because you're in the skate world now that changes. I was like, man, I didn't even know nothing about that. I was like, I don't, and they don't, I've never in my life been told, so such and such want your song for a skate video.
It never gets to you.
What? I didn't even know nothing.
Oh, I'm on the other side of that of trying to submit clearances, so I know that half the time it doesn't even get to the artist.
Yes, yeah, that was
you just get a hard no, and it's like, dude, but I think if you ask him personally, he'd be down for this.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was like, nah. So I think Alex may have been one of the first to use it.
Oh yeah.
To use one. So yeah, I think he used something like.
I had to get clearance from
because you had to go.
I started telling him like,
use my song.
Clear it, man. What? Any skater, like anybody that won my song for, you better clear it and don't be hitting them in their head for no $1,000,000. Like, come on, man, clear it. These guys ain't got no money, man. Like that, we just want to have fun.
The last clearance I got from the Birdhouse video from Saturdays was I had to get RZA, and I just had to keep trying every angle until I finally got to him directly, and he's like, "Yeah, it's cool."
Exactly, it could be that simple.
Yeah,
see?
but everyone else is like, "No, can't make that work."
Trust me, I know. I know exactly how that goes.
Are people in your world a little worried about your passion for skateboarding? Because it's pretty obvious that you've got the bug and you want to skate everywhere all the time, and you're like trying to learn new tricks. Are people worried about you getting hurt and not being?
I know you can answer. I know you understand. They don't get it, so they don't get it enough to be worried.
Yeah.
They don't get it enough to be worried. They still, like I said, I literally still get literally still, like when I say still, this tour, I may have hit a city that an artist was in, and they hitting me up like, so what we doing after the show? I'm like, I got a skate park book. They had a skate park here, so I got a park book. We're gonna get some. They're like, you still skate? I'm like, did you
told
not
me when we did that Zoom, you told me you brought Drake to one of the parks.
Exactly, and then I bought Ty Dolla $ign recently I think I bought him to the I think I bought him to Paul's Park. Bought him to Paul's Park.
Is he skating?
Exactly. So these guys probably skated, they probably done this when they were younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ain't picked up a board in years and probably thinking that's the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
And when Ty got there, they start he notices that, wow, we not even talking. Yeah. Because Wayne is really skating. He's
Yeah.
serious. He's been trying one trick for like 3 hours. Ain't even said what's up to me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the only thing they can say is when I take a little break and skate over to the table, you know, to probably smoke the hit the blunt or something. And it was like, man, and the first thing they all say, not just Ty, they all say the same thing. Man, you really skate.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you really skate. I'm like, no, I'm trying. And they're like, no, you really skating. It's only because I'm not doing what they're doing. So what I'm doing is considered really skating.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I'm...
Because you're in it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
exactly.
but you are
That's how
really
we
skating.
do it.
We've seen you
Exactly.
do it. I've seen you do it from the beginning, and you did not give up. I mean, you full skate approach, full skate mentality, you know, committed to it.
Yeah.
And
Man, we out there shooting parts. I'm in the streets. I'm getting kicked out. I'm going
Yeah.
through all that.
How is that for you when they kick you out? Are they like, wait a minute?
Man, you know, we try to get at least 1 or 2 tries in. You know, when they do see that, they're like, and they do the same thing. The cops do the same thing, or the security do the same thing, especially if it's like 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because that's when I got to hit spots up.
Right.
I have to hit spots up, like street spots. I have to hit them up at 3, 4 in the morning, something like that, when there's literally no one there.
Right.
So when there is a spot that you just didn't know security was there, and they come out and they shine the lights on everybody, and they like you, this Lil Wayne? Like, you really do this?
Yeah.
Like, it's 4 in the morning. We thought we was coming to kick out the regulars.
Man, Rodney Mullen told us that he started skating around that time, and
he skates all through the night.
I'm well aware Rodney Mullen's a skateboarder, and I was like, wait, you start skating when?
Yeah.
I thought he was the only person. I didn't know you were out there too.
That's my time.
That's
man.
awesome.
What? And and we always be like, once they do notice, we be like, can you get one more try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Does it work out?
They be want to see it. They don't
Yeah.
believe it. They
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I do want to see you try this shit. I want to see you try this shit.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we landed within that try. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, I just appreciate that you were such an advocate in championing skating and bringing it to a new audience.
Yep.
Truly.
So you got a pro model, right?
Hey,
I saw
yeah.
that. How was that? You looked like you were stoked. I thought it was cool.
What? That was one of them. What? I would never forget that. Like,
Right.
that was just so perfect.
Yeah.
That's so perfect. And it was, for me, it was basically visible for my friends and for everybody that I've been telling. You know, I have friends that not even, I've probably been skating over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And they still trying to figure out, they still literally ask the question, like, you still be skating?
Yeah.
Or when I tell them something like, I'm about to go hit a park up tonight, and they might hit me up early in the day. What you doing tonight? Studio? You going out? You going? Like, no, I'm going to hit this park up. You still skate?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for those people, when they've sat down and asked me, because you're like, well, what the hell you skate for and why you skate? And when I explain to them, like, bro, the community is totally different than the world.
Yeah.
It ain't about music, because music, my world is totally different from. I was like, but as far as just plain old world, like, that community. Once I stepped into that community, I've never felt nothing and experienced nothing.
What's the bit that you like about it so much?
Man, no one. There's no negativity.
What was the spark though? What drew you in the beginning?
Oh, the moment that what drew me in, first of all, I got caught up watching a show every day. I guess I must have been stuck on this channel because I wouldn't turn it on. So I would wake up and the show was on. The show was Camp Woodward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was the show that you got into?
Yeah, I wasn't turning it on at all. I just wake and it was on. And at the time, it was so long ago that it was highlighting one BMX kid and one skate. And the skate kid was Alex Mittler. He was literally like a little Ryan Sheckler. Like, he was like a little
ripper though.
With a helmet
Where
on.
his head looks bigger than his body, 'cause he's still a little person. Yeah.
And it was so long ago that the BMX kid was Chad Kessler, I think. Chad. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And he's like killing it now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's like not a kid no more. He's got dreads, fully dreaded, and he's always in the top 3. I think he might have finally won gold. So, and everybody know what Alex doing. You know what I mean? He killing it. And so I'm like, when I was watching him, Because I already used to ride BMX. I did the BMX before.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, it sounds like you know bikes too.
Yeah, I did. I made the cover before, so I forgot what magazine it was. I was I was into
like ramps and stuff, or
yeah, I was into it. Yeah. But so when I saw that, I'm looking at Alex, watching Alex every day, and it's just looking like he's just having the time of his, you know what I mean? This is a kid. And I'm like, man, I've never watched it and said I could do that. I could do that. It was just that it came on every day. So now I'm getting used to seeing it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, you know, I'm figuring I know the bike stuff already. So I'm more interested in when Alex come on. Now I'm really getting into it. And when I lived in Miami at the time, and I called my homie and I was like, yo, I want a ramp, you know? And that's
without skating.
That's how much I didn't know about skating. I was like, yo, I want skates. I want a ramp on my roof. I had a big ass roof in Miami. And so he was like, okay, he put a quarter pipe on the roof. And so the guy that put it on there, Jay, makes you guys probably know him, he makes a whole bunch of stuff. He does all kinds of parks and stuff. He saw me probably at the corner of his eye one day. You know, I was just up there watching him build it for a moment. And he probably saw me at the corner of his eye messing with the skateboard. And, you know, he came over there and was like, you do what you joking? You know, he's like, what you messing around with? You trying to figure out something, trying to learn? I was like, nah. So he was looking at me like, you don't know how to skate. Yeah, he was looking at me like, so this wasn't fake? You know, because I'm probably looking like a 2-year-old. You know, I'm probably over there just, and he was like, because he came over like, what trick you trying to learn? You know, I was like, no trick. I can't.
Just trying to get on it.
You just got a skateboard and just went down the street and was like, what's up with this thing?
Ain't no street. I went on a ramp. I told him build a ramp on my roof.
The first time you skated was on a ramp.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so he was like,
you chill a lot?
Dude.
Yes. But Jay taught me though, once he saw that, he took it upon himself to say, you know what? I'm gonna come in an hour earlier than the time you asked me to be here, if that's okay with you, and I'm gonna teach you how to skate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to build this ramp for you and it be the reason why you fuck yourself up and we have a problem why Lil Wayne can't be, you know what I mean, such and such. So he told me I'd drop in first, obviously, and then, you know, my want to is what showed me the rest, and the obviously because he would leave, and now I'm just there with the ramp by myself all day and night, and so that's when I was talking to him, and he's still seeing that. You really, you know, as I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, I'm watch this guy, man. He be jumping on the stairs and the rails, and he was like, oh, so you want to street skate? And he taught me the difference. Yeah. You know, because obviously the first thing I told him was, I want a ramp. I want like Tony Hawk. Like the first thing I told him. First thing I told him on God. First thing I told him, I was like, I want a ramp. I'm like, I want the Tony Hawk shit. And then so he was like, well, now that we talking every day. And I'm like, he's teaching me, and I'm like, man, I be seeing the kid be jumping on the stairs. I can't wait till I do that. And he's like, so you want to skate street? And I was like, I don't know the difference. So he obviously taught me the difference. So he looked at, I told you the roof was fucking huge. And so he looked at the roof, and he was like, I could build you a street section right over there. Yeah. And so he built the street section. There was a 3-stair, a rail. You know, you could drop, had the quarter pipe at the very end of it. So you have some little bump, speed bump in the, so I can learn how to do all the basic stuff real quick, flat section, all that stuff. So
did you have people there skating with you?
Yeah. And then
I remember when you came one of the early X Games, you showed me a photo of the whole setup.
Okay,
It was impressive.
And so then later on, he noticed I had some more room on the roof, and he built me a bowl.
Whoa!
Yeah,
you had a full skate park.
Cause when I'm still watching this show. He don't know nothing about that. So every time he coming down, you know, I'm seeing something new on the show, and I'm like, man, they was skating a swimming pool. I'm like, it was like a swimming pool. I'm like, there ain't no water in the swimming pool. Yeah, I was like, there ain't no water in the swimming pool. They was just skating all around. He was like, it's a bowl. Yeah, he was like, I'll build you a bowl, right? I can build you a bowl right here. So that was my learning ground. Yeah. Right there. So he would also make me, at the top, he would make me stand at the top of the quarter pipe, you know, like, and make my 25 different little angles and like that. And he'd push me into the quarter, no skateboard, just push me into the quarter pipe. And he'd tell me, I need you to learn how to fall. Yeah. Before you learn how to skate.
Good advice.
Yeah. And he was like, I need you to learn how to fall before you learn how to skate. And so he was like, I'm going to probably do, like, if we do this enough times, I'm going to probably push you over 25,000 ways. You're going to probably fall over 50,000 ways. And he was like, just know that when you're really skating, you're not gonna fall none of these ways. He was like, so do you still
Or you can't expect it anyway.
Exactly. He was like, do you still want to skate? You know what I mean? I was like, yeah. So he saw my want to.
Yeah.
And so everything came from there. And that's when it rains too much in Miami.
Right.
And so I hit him back up like, bro, I got to buy a warehouse or something.
I want to commend you in mostly sticking with it, because I saw you in the early days and everyone was excited, like Lil Wayne skates. I was like, that's sick. I hope he keeps doing it. And you stuck with it, for good and through great risks to yourself too. I mean, you're on tour and you could get hurt.
4 surgeries deep. I done had 4 surgeries now. Shit.
Wow.
You're one of us.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt riding BMX?
I didn't.
You didn't? Mm-mm. So I thought maybe that was what taught you that, okay,
I don't think I did that long enough. And also,
I was going to say, it's coming if you do.
I think I came from, I was riding bikes. I was riding bikes already as a kid. So I approached that like it wasn't a sport, like it wasn't with skate, like it didn't have a lifestyle. It wasn't, I approached that like, I could do this. I rode a bike. I know how to wheelie. I know how to manny. I know, shit. so once and also I ain't like it's too technical.
Tail whips and stuff.
Yeah, and all that shit. So
what's your favorite tricks to do? Like, what are the things you enjoy? Yeah.
My first trick was a fake a shove. So obviously, your first.
You like
trick
those?
Is your face. Your first trick is your favorite trick. So
okay, cool.
I'm a fake a shove off of anything. That'd be the first trick I try. All 180.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I come
fake a shove the stairs at the barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I watched it. I see video.
Sick.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I see you skating. I'm like, cool. He's skating, and then I don't think about it, and then I'm like, I see the pro model thing, and I'm like, wait, that's a long time. You've been skating a long time now.
My man Adam Z. So, my man Adam Z. He was from Five Borough skateboard team from New York.
Yeah.
And so, in the midst of all this learning how to skate stuff, we went on you Googled or whatever, and he was on there, just a guy in a park by himself. Whoever his homie filming, he was just literally just teaching tricks. Yeah. And so we hit this guy up, like, hey, Wayne want to learn how to skate. If you don't mind, we know you're in New York. If you don't mind, would you take some time out? We'll fly you out to Miami. And he was like, "What? Hell yeah!" He was like, "I ain't got nothing to do." He was like, "What?" He was like, "Fly me to Miami. We ain't got to fly me back."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's what we did.
Really?
Yeah.
He just stayed with you.
He became a part of the team.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Adam Z, he became a part of the team, and unfortunately, Adam. So when you see those tours I did with full skate parks on the stage, and guys skating, that's all Adam.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's all Adam put. Adam helped me put all that's all that's his son. That's all the guys we met. We put them together, and I've created a team out of those guys.
Yeah.
And Adam passed, unfortunately, due to cancer after one of the tours. But that was one of the reasons I said I would never put my board down.
All right.
I would never put my board down because I don't want him turning in his grave. I know if I do, he would not like that. So I stay on that board. And also, I would not lie to you, man. On God. Seeing this man, your 50 thing in the barracks, and that was more motivation than any.
Thank you.
That's motivation like seeing LeBron in
I
his
appreciate
39,000 year still dunking on, I see you little new guys, it's cute. Bam! You know what I mean? Like so that right there is just motivation. And, but again, like I said, my man Adam Z,